Good afternoon, FBC Salinas. This is Pastor John coming to you with another edition of the midweek refresher video. Certainly hope you're doing well today, and it's my desire in this refresher video to provide you some information as well as some inspiration and perhaps even something to consider as we enter into a new series starting this Sunday. But before I get there, I want to remind you of our worship service options, which are online via fbcsalinas.online.church. That's an interactive service. It's available at 10:30 in the morning on Sundays. Also, you can watch the service or participate in the service via YouTube. That link goes out at 8 a.m. every Sunday morning, and so if you want to participate that way, feel free to do that. And of course, we have the 10:30 a.m. service on the back lawn as well. If you'd like to participate with us on campus here, that would be great. We'd love to have you here for that. And also want to remind you that we have spiritual formation classes that start at 8:45 a.m. That link will go out for the Zoom room ID. That link will go out at 8 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Also, we have weekly ministries going on now on Thursday nights at 6 p.m. We are doing our long look at Luke, and believe it or not, we're in Luke 24, which means this: we're getting really close to being done with this long look at Luke. It's been a very profitable study. I've enjoyed the interaction with people and invite you to participate with that. Everybody will get a handout, whether you participate in it or not. You're still going to get a handout, and that Zoom room ID will go out Thursday afternoons to let you know where you can join us via Zoom. Also, Journey, our student ministry, is having weekly events via Zoom at 7 p.m. Adam Matthew and his team put together some pretty cool stuff. And so invite you, if you have a junior high or high schooler student, to participate in that. And of course, we then have children's ministry that is happening on campus with Lorraine and her wonderful group of folks, wonderful team of folks helping her there at 9 a.m. on Sunday mornings out in the courtyard. And they started this last week and had a wonderful experience there. So if any of those things appeal to you, we invite you to participate in those for sure. All right, so those are pretty much the announcements there. Also, if you haven't turned in your survey, please turn that in soon. That would be great. I want you to know that this Sunday we're starting a new sermon series on the book of Jonah. And many people know that story, and it's my desire over the course of the next few weeks that we unwrap this story a little bit more. I personally believe that there's more to this story than what is commonly talked about. Everybody talks about the big fish and talks about this, about Jonah running and about Jonah doing this and about the sailors, and they talk about all these different events, but yet I don't think we talk much about the purpose for what Jonah needed to do. So often God calls us to do something, and what do? We run. We run. I want to read you these verses in the opening verses of Jonah. Listen to this. The word of Yahweh came to Jonah, son of Amittai. Go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me. But Jonah ran away from Yahweh and headed for Tarshish. He went down to Joppa, where he found a ship bound for that port. After paying the fare, he went aboard and sailed for Tarshish to flee from Yahweh. It's real easy for us to look at Jonah and say, shame on you, Jonah, for running away. But one of the things I'm desiring to do in this series on Jonah is that I think Jonah is a lot more like us than we care to admit. I invite you to spend some time praying about this, because I think the story of Jonah is far more than him being rescued in a big fish and far more than him running away from God. I think there's so many more elements to it that it has an awful lot to say to us today. Again, the timelessness and the timeliness of God's word comes into play here, doesn't it? And so I invite you over the course of the next few days to be praying about your your experience as we walk through the book of Jonah over the course of the next number of weeks. And I promise you this, as you enter into this and prayerfully enter into this, and as you ask God to speak to you, not only about what's going on in your life, about as well as what he's calling you to do and how you respond to that call. Because that message needs to go out. And we have a great message, don't we? A message that rescued us, and a message that will continue rescuing others. My prayer for us is that we'll be receptive to that, and that we will run to the Lord rather than from the Lord as we seek to be his people. I look forward to unpacking this great story with you over the course of the next number of weeks, and I look forward to how God is going to continue moving in our midst. I love you. I'm praying for you, and I'm grateful for you. Have a great rest of the day. God bless. Bye-bye.